Let's go, let's go, let's go. You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place for any and all things Michigan football. And somehow, some way, man, we pulled out a squeaker, and that was
That's
as
what
we
they call it now.
put it like this. Other than us beating them and having bragging rights, did you feel good about that game?
Best part of the game to me was the ratchetness that happened at the end.
that was the
Right.
most exciting part.
Keeping the rivalry alive and thriving with that.
They put a
King,
beat down on our man.
I love it when we're the model citizen and we're trash because the little brother couldn't keep his temper under control. I love it. Those hooligans out of here.
Yeah, man. And then they trying now they're trying to suspend Mullen, do what you did to us, to you guys. You know, it's like
Mullins was in there.
I couldn't, but right, they keep saying Mullen stomped somebody, but nobody has yet, unless I've missed it, shown like some actual like clear footage of what was going on in there. If there was a person even under there. And then they started saying he was stomping on a woman. I don't know if any of that's true, but everybody keeps saying, where's the proof? We had Sparty green-handed with their helmets in their hand,
Right.
swinging helmets around. That's a dangerous weapon.
Throwing haymakers.
We don't. Hey, that person on the ground. I mean, all it shows is like movement, but you can't see nothing. That person on the ground could have been trying to grab his foot. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to get off. You know, like
get off. We can speculate a whole lot.
I need to see somebody getting stomped before we can go to any type of suspension because you instigated.
Hey man, they just don't. They don't have any coping skills. They need some home training over there. It's like why is it always a fight? You know, it's
Right.
like, and they can say, "Oh, love will start." No. I'll say this: I can't defend what Mullins did. If he was stomping on a lady under there, I can't rock with that. But I don't know that to be true. But
that's kind of wild.
Anybody who sits up here and says that Loveland started it, I ain't seen too many times on a kneel down where a guy comes across the line and gives you hands to the face on an obvious kneel down. So at that point, I got the right to headbutt you back.
There's
so
their game.
Everybody I reading. I don't know if people missed it or what, but yeah, Buddy definitely came across that line at the snap, and you can see Loveland's head do like this and the hand up to the face. We watched it, B. So it's like,
and that it's all on Twitter at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm zooming into it. You know?
Yeah.
You mad? You mad?
Yeah, you're supposed to be chilling out. Yeah, like card. That's a unwritten rule. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be chill on that. On obvious kneel down.
On a kneel down, bro. You give me hands to the face. That's not gonna work. So, anyways, we don't have to argue about that all. We can talk about the game. Michigan State actually came out, drove the ball straight down the field and scored, and then we 3-and-outed, like got like a yard of offense. Like we didn't have like what in the first quarter, 9 yards. I don't even know what they said it was. It was something.
At one point, I think we had 0 passing yards.
They had 100
going into the second quarter.
Yeah, they had like 128 yards, and we had maybe 0 or 10. It was whatever it was. It was unbelievable. But hey, Keen, for once, it looked like in this game we don't have to break down every play, but we could just break down essentially the big things that happen. It looked like we pulled one of their moves where we were bumping. We're pulling everything out the cupboards, and we ain't. Our season is a wash. Let's not throw this. Let's not throw this in there. So let's pull out trick plays. Donovan threw a TD. Is like, I ain't mad at it though.
No, yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was thinking to myself, like, Michigan State was doing that, like, that first drive or, you know what I'm saying, the first quarter maybe. And I'm like, why aren't we doing the plays they running? Like, they running some, you know what I'm saying, get us off our or on our heels type shit, you know what I'm saying, have us guessing. And then we started doing it. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? If y'all going to do that, then I'll be content. I'll just let my hair down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like that one?
And B, we watched the game together. Your boy Warren, man, I don't want to say he got hot. That's a relative term in our offense, but for our offense, he got hot for a period of time.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if 13 of 19 for 123 yards and 1 TD is hot, I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and complain about no W, especially in that type of rivalry game. But a win's a win. Did it
Yeah.
move the needle in any direction for me? Not at all.
Okay.
So,
That's
Just
what I was
gave me
trying
bragging rights.
that's what I was trying to get you to say. It moved the needle for you a little.
not even a little
I
bit.
tried to lead you there, walk you down that path, and you wasn't going for it.
It was. I mean, like to your point and King's point, man, I love it. Whatever it takes. It reminded me of a scene of Any Given Sunday when the dude was rushing to the bathroom. And the dude was just like, "Yeah, go for the win, whatever it takes." I mean, whatever we got to do to generate some offense. You elaborated on it at the beginning. We had 0 yards at one point. Probably like no more than 30, 40 rushing yards when we wasn't passing the ball well. So, I mean, Campbell finally went in his bag and got the offense off the snide, but that's what we need to do to be in ball games. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Train. Oh,
Um, yeah, Campbell, I think, knew he was under fire too. Like, I
right.
better show something in this bag.
Better not lose the
Otherwise,
state.
yeah. Yeah, but that again, just like we were running it 1,000 times, and I said it's not sustainable. You can't have an entire playbook of trick plays either and think you
Right.
about to win a game. So
Especially not this gauntlet that we're coming up against or
especially
going
not
into.
this, yeah, facts. Um, as far as Michigan State when they were on offense, I mean our defense held them pretty good outside of that first quarter. They didn't really get much going. I don't understand why State wasn't at least trying to throw the rock down the field with Will Johnson out the game. I don't remember them taking like no real deep shots. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
pushing
It
the
was
ball.
catch and runs.
Yeah, pushing the ball vertical, which was stupid as it gets on their part. I would have been Jair Hill and Hall. Y'all would have been getting tested the entire game. Kind of just let us off the hook when it comes. I thought that was coming. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like they didn't watch film. I would have had to have been attacking us downfield. We
yeah,
haven't shown that we can guard anybody vertically.
facts. And then it's like I would have done it with Will in the game, and I probably would have went away from him. But
Right.
they out and y'all didn't do it. Terrible, terrible coaching. I do want to have a conversation, though, B, about that boy Josiah Stewart. He's working his way into a first round pick off that edge.
I mean, and because I don't want to say our defense isn't playing as well as they did last year. I don't want to say they're playing bad. It's more of our DBs, but as far as that front forward, I mean, they're not jumping off the screen like they did last year. So he looks like he's like really jumping off the screen. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he's fast. He's hawking people down. He's making plays. He's all over the field. I mean, he's just a freaking bright spot. You know what I'm saying? He's like something that you could take away from the game and be proud of right now, dog. I like the way he's playing, and you're right, man. If he keep doing what he's doing, there ain't no way that he doesn't go. The NFL is always looking for people that can rush the passer, fast like linebacker, versatile players like that.
Yeah. So, Keen, I'm gonna bring this question to you because now I know we talked about it maybe some weeks ago. So now that he's balling out like that, you're talking about Will Johnson,
Hmm.
Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Colston Loveland, Josiah Stewart. That's
Five
five.
Five and
first.
five and a four and a possible. Five and a possible.
If that's 5 first-round picks, if Stewart is to go first round, and we have the record that we have, and are still probably going to lose more games, I would assume. So how do you go to 5 first-round picks and probably 6-6 on the year if we lose the games that we're supposed to lose?
I mean, it comes down to coaching, to be honest. I mean, with that, because I mean, you got Josiah Stewart, and what 1.6 tackles for loss per game, 0.93 sacks per game, and he missed the game too. Um, I mean, just putting people in the right positions. You know what I'm saying? Where do we go from there? We're still in the hunt for. I guess we're in the hunt is what the columns are saying for Bryce Underwood, but we got to throw a bag at him. Um, I just our program is in a like a question mark, exclamation mark type of deal right now. We don't know what's really going on with us because if we do lose out, I mean, if we do lose more games, we don't make a bowl game. Coach is fired, maybe. That's we all agreed on that last podcast pretty much.
No bowl,
If
no
we
job.
yeah, all the whole coaching staff. So I mean, bro, I'm just I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I'm tongue tied, I guess is what you want
The
to call
five.
it.
So basically, we're all in agreement. 5 first rounders and no bowl game is. Go ahead.
Hey, Train, them motherfuckers dropped the ball. That's it. You were too worried about bowling alleys and locker rooms and not coaching and getting the team prepared to play. Because that means you were just you're not even coaching at that point. You're just banking on their talent. They're just going to be leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else they play. So we don't got to really put them in the right position. We don't got to really get down to the X's and O's, is the way I feel about it. Because I've never seen a team that had 5 first rounders on it and went to the Mississippi State Cotton Bowl.
And this is just one more thing. The one thing that really is like the crux of it all is they didn't have like the plan for quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like this saga that we're in with this mixing of quarterbacks. Now Davis Warren came in there, he did his thing. Hey, Michigan State, they fucking suck. I'm just saying on a skit. Sarcasm. I speak that languge.
I was about to say, what game was I missed that game? He came
did
in
his thing
for us. That's
for us, yeah. Versus State, who sucks too. But yeah, the quarterback situation, man. Like, I don't know, dog. That's just a whole mismanagement of a season worth of 5 first rounders. Like y'all just wasted it, dog. Like I thought we was gonna come out. Like we said, me and B, we predicted undefeated season just based off of like that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to come out how we have, like, it's just piss poor. I mean, it's just a mismanagement, a coaching malpractice.
Yeah,
Somebody need to be sued because doctors get sued when they do malpractice.
It's crazy that they outgained us, outrushed us, all that, and it's like we won the game. It was really a game that on paper we lost. You know what I'm saying, stat wise. So
hey, Train, coin your phrase. It was a slop bucket.
Slop bucks.
Hey, a slot bucket that I got paid off.
Oh yes, indeed.
And Orgy was our best player, to be honest.
Yeah, Orgy.
He finally ran the ball. Like I expected him to be running the ball all season.
Like, again, we're not going against the Baltimore Ravens defense.
This is true. This is one of those games you circle, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a stat.
And it's a 3:30 game, so everybody's gonna be watching this week.
And at the end, I was for sure we were gonna come down 1, 2, 3 up the gut and punt and give them one last opportunity.
Yep. It was in the pit of my stomach, like, please get a first. And then Orgy got that first. I was like, all right.
It's a wrap. And let me tell you something about these State fans. They were initiating like a bully in middle school, seeking me out for bets. And I'm like, I know we're nasty, but like, I don't think y'all are that good where you're gonna bully me into being scared. Bet.
And bet it up.
Bet it up still. Like and then y'all know what happened. And I should have charged interest to one individual for that late payment. B.
Oh, I'm feeling that, Train, because my payment was also late.
Matter of fact, we're gonna just put that in the fine print.
The thing about it though, Train, like you said, he was talking like this wasn't a 50-50 bet. It could go either way, bro.
I like your hubris. It paid
one bad bounce, one slot play, because we're both terrible.
Facts. I think they beat Iowa, and they actually like kind of hyped themselves up on that. Like, oh, we lit. Like, you beat Cade.
Right.
He's a sloppy sick.
And like, and just like we mentioned, and all the talent we got, like they don't got the players that we got. Like, you're not gonna be doing that stuff against us.
They thought Charles was gonna be him. He didn't have no time, really. I mean, for the majority of the part, our D line was after him.
And that's what I was betting on is like our defense. Like I was just like, I mean, the prediction I gave was 14-7. I wasn't betting it was going to be a high-scoring game. I was betting our defense is just way better than Iowa's, and y'all ain't going to be doing that shit y'all was doing.
Right. That part. That part. All right, Keen, I do want to bring up what you were saying though. Because I mean, everybody watched this game. Unless y'all want to add something else to, I do want to move on to what we were saying about Underwood, Bryce Underwood, because I think most people would agree that we're in this situation because we don't have a quarterback. You know, I think there's obviously a little bit of coaching blame to go around there. Even though we don't, you still ain't necessarily putting these dudes in the right position. But we can all agree these ain't Michigan level type talent quarterbacks. So now there's some chatter going around about Bryce Underwood and the possible decommitment or flipping him from LSU to Michigan. I'll just say, I'll let you talk about it, but I'll just say before you go, as much as selfishly I want him and I take him, if I was him, it's no way in hell I'm picking us over LSU. Because you look at what they now I know JJ went top, but it's like if you're a quarterback, do you really want to play that offense even though it worked for JJ? And ain't too many JJs out there. Just like super like team oriented. I hand it off 100 times. I ain't tripping on. It's like, nah, bro. These cats are trying to get to the league. They trying to show what they got. They trying to go number one. And it's like, do you really want to just come there and hand it off most of the time and be mostly a game manager? Because JJ essentially, I mean, he made a lot of big plays, but for the
He
most
made big
part,
plays on third down for us.
he made big plays on third down. But for the most part, he wasn't airing it out.
No, yeah.
He was a glorified game manager. And I don't want to call him that because I think he was better than that. They just didn't let him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I was him. If I would come to Michigan, they're gonna have to beat LSU's offer and beat it significantly and show true plan for how we about to develop.
Play style, coaching prestige, all the shit on college. Like, look, what you got for me, baby? But
Exactly.
yeah, I
Go
mean,
ahead.
ain't nothing changed, bro. He ain't even saying nothing. Bryce Underwood, they just talking, making stories. You know how them recruiting sites do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Michigan's pursuit to flip Bryce Underwood, number one player, Bryce Underwood. They ain't talking about nothing, but
What was
I
that
mean,
last dollar amount you heard?
I mean,
Was it
I
I,
mil,
I heard 4,
I
5,
mil. I'm reading
or
5
5.
mil right now.
5. Yep. Well, I mean, look, bro, 5 million ain't gonna do it. It ain't. I mean, what is? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much more you gonna get this kid to make him change his mind about what he doesn't want to do here? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's a great point. The play style, like you just gonna come here and hand it off, or y'all gonna build something around him, which we don't
five
normally do.
M's? We better let him throw that up.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You would
Like,
think.
I wouldn't even want to see him just hand it off if we giving him 5 million.
So
I
my
just don't know how
question
this
though
shit
be
works.
My question though be is what would prevent him from being like, all right, LSU, y'all told me 3, Michigan pulling 5, and LSU said we got 6. Michigan said, all right, we can scrum up, we can get 7. And it's like he'd mess around and be making 10 M's a year until somebody finally says, all right, this is getting out of control. I mean, I don't know
For somebody,
how,
but
and if you think about it, I don't know what LSU got in the tuck, but we know what we got in the tuck, and it's nothing. So I think we gonna dry that price up. If LSU want to pay it out, they gonna have to meet us because I feel like it's gonna be. I know that's not traditionally what we've done, but if they get Portnoy on the line with a couple other cats, you know what I'm saying, who got that, and they gonna be like, all right,
Jeter.
let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? And these Michigan fans ain't having too many of these seasons, bro. Go ahead, B.
I just don't. I mean, I don't think it's gonna come down to the money. Like you've been mentioning about what we got in the as far as our cupboard talent. Um, I think he looks at the coaching, um,
Bruh,
what they did this season. I mean, money's money, but for what you trying to do, I don't know, man. Like
that's a lot of bread to be
you
sitting out
say,
there.
yeah,
You got 3 to 5 million. That's 2 M's you letting sit.
But my thing though is, without there being any type of contract, do we want to do that? Say we pay this kid 10 mil, he stays 1 year.
Yeah, they better work it in there. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So like, I would need to know the details because I mean, he'd just be like, "Yo, LSU, I'm gonna go here for a year, get this." I mean, it's just too much of the wild, wild west right now. There's no rules in place. There's no contracts being signed. It's just like, oh, we're gonna dump all this money on this kid. And then now other recruits are looking like, oh, this is what they doing. They just gonna outbid people. I'll come stay for a year and then be out. Like again, I think that's where Ohio State in the past has messed up, is because they got kids in there that really ain't from Ohio or care about the rivalry. And we got kids that are from Michigan. They know about the rivalry, grew up with it. So I mean, it fed into us wanting to beat them even more, you know what I'm saying? Where they just like, I'm just trying to get my bag and get out of here. So
They were saying that about I heard that post Michigan State game, and they were saying they new coach was like, I forget exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of like, oh, this is another business trip and all that. And then
right,
people were like, no, it's more than that, bro. Like it's
right. So I don't want to be paying people and they come in like
and
that,
they
and then we
got,
kind of lose our tradition.
I think they said MSU had like 60 something new players. So it's like this y'all first little, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
sniff at the rivalry.
Don't
And
So
mean
it
it don't
showed,
mean much.
like you said, Train, they wasn't going down, they wasn't like attacking
Selling
downfield.
out.
They didn't seem like they had that fervor. Like we throwing running back touchdown back. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta win this game. They never matched that energy.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So I guess B, if you saying, let's say you sounds like you don't sounding a little old school right now. You don't want to get into this money thing, but at some point, Dud, I mean, we have to figure something out. I don't know if you're just saying, hey, here's a number and we just gonna roll with that. But it's like if the type of players we want to get to compete on that level, we keep getting outbidded by every team. It's like at some point we got to start getting active.
We're gonna look weak as a
I agree.
corporation.
Right.
I agree. I mean, I just again, I don't know how it works because there's no rules.
But now they are. I believe they are considered employees now too, because they get paid. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, the contract was where it's at. Get that binding,
I
legally
mean,
binding.
if he's staying for 4 years, give him whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? And again, like this, and these aren't guarantees, dog. Like these niggas is high schoolers coming into college. You know what I'm saying? And we're expecting them to come in and change programs. I mean, it may work in the top 2%, but I don't see it working all the time. But hey, man, again, to even get the players, we got to do what we got to do. So if we can lock them in, I spend the money. We got it. We can't be one of the biggest programs historically in college football, like being outbid and not
coming off a chip.
Coming off a chip too.
Bro, we should have had all the money ready to load after that. Like, all right, we got the chip. Let's keep. I'm talking about momentum.
Keep this thing rolling.
And the locker room put up. We don't need a new locker room, yo. I lifted weights at JW Sexton for all y'all that did. Come down there and just claim them weight. We put that money into players, and you can start. You can get a locker room over time. You know what I'm saying? If you winning every year,
or do like what is that? OK State at junior school. They got the QR codes on the back of their helmets now. You can scan that. You can scan that hoe and pay them right then.
Wow. Yeah.
What? So what?
You even get dough from the program. You get money off of endorsements. How you play on the field.
So let's.
Oh yeah, I had 8 tackles. Yeah, this is my QR code. You wanna?
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually really smart.
I had 200 receiving yards and 3 spikes. Look at the back of my helmet. And
$200.
Yeah,
or something like that.
That's
$2 grand.
Shit.
Well, it depends on the school. It depends on the school. You know.
Them boosters out there, them rich old man. Get over here, Antoine. It's 25,000.
You had that great. You had a hell of a game.
I'm take a picture with my 18-year-old daughter who's coming to college next year. I don't know why I'm like that. I just ain't.
Anyways, that's a good way for them to go ahead and get paid. And I'm like, man, everybody needs to be
smart as hell.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Oregon.
One more question, Train. Are these little motherfuckers paying taxes?
Oh, I would. Yeah.
It better be.
I do. That means you got to have an account. That's just a lot of stuff. That's a lot of responsibility for an 18-year-old to be keeping.
Hey, they better not fumble that bag.
Right, that could really mess you up as a college kid. like getting all these payments from all these places.
You getting tax evasion charges at 21 or at 19? Like, damn.
Hey, you little motherfuckers better get one of them chicks in the accounting majors. Shit, stop playing.
All right, and I'm like,
substance over beauty.
if they got some, if they getting bread like that, they can afford an accountant. It's just
Right.
about them knowing they even need one.
Right. Don't even play with that. You better get one. I know my finances when I was 18, 19 were terrible.
Oh, what you think Uncle Sam gonna let you slide, B, if you forget?
Oh, no, sir. I got 2 words for you. Wesley Snipes. Look it up.
You do 100% of fed time, young fellas. You don't get no good time served.
Y'all don't think Uncle Sam cared that they a Division I player?
No, sir.
You better hope that
only
IRS
thing certain in life, death and taxes.
Got that right.
They bread.
Oregon. Let's move on to Oregon.
Yeah. I mean,
so not King stupid. Oregon #1 in the country, correct?
Yep.
Did the I know the playoff poll is out. I'm guessing they were one in that. I didn't even peep because we're nowhere to be found on that list.
I'll pull it up in a second.
Yeah, I think didn't they just do I think they did the first one last night. So I figured, I mean, regardless, they're much more talented than us, I would say, especially on offense. They are high powered. I know everybody say, "Oh, Gabriel ain't did this and that." Man, I watched pretty much that whole game versus Ohio State, bro. They have you talk about Michigan State didn't throw it vertically. They will hit you up and down every seam, outside, inside, short. I mean, they got the whole passing tree.
Better than Texas?
Man, I would say yes, probably. Or yeah, it's kind of.
They beat our ass.
And they killed it. So that's kind of where I was going with it, though. Like they are looking like. And here's the thing: even though our defense is good, it's like you said, it's not great. It's just like the fact it's not 100% great like it was last year. It means we're going to give up some stuff, right? So it's like maybe we don't give up as many points as another team would. Even if we keep it relatively low, like we give up 24 to Oregon, like that's solid. Like you said, okay, you give up 24, that's it to a high-powered offense, and it's like. Does anybody think we're getting to 24 points on our side of the field? You know what I'm saying? That's the part and that's honestly why I didn't have all that much hope against State. Definitely had more hopes than this game, but it was just at the end of the day, I feel like any team with real competent offense can be like, all we got to do really is get to 17, 20 points. Michigan ain't going to get that, you know what I'm saying? As long as your defense is half decent. So I don't know, man. That's kind of where I'm at with it. We can give predictions later, but I just don't see how at the end of the day it's not. I see just one too many busted coverage, touchdowns, even if it's just a few, is probably more than enough. But B, I don't know where you're at with it. I think Gabriel, I think he's probably going to air us out. Good thing it is at the crib. maybe this game versus State gave us a little momentum boost. I don't know.
The troubling thing to me is, like you mentioned it in the game we were watching, the Michigan State game, is I don't know when our real players are ever going to be playing. You know what I'm saying? Like Will Johnson, there's no mention of him being injured or anything, but he didn't play in the State game. Like Mason Graham was subbing in and out a lot. Like situationally, it doesn't make sense why we're subbing players out so much in certain coverages and situations. So if we're not even going to have our best players out there, this Oregon offense is going to be a super problem because our DBs have proven all year that they can't cover downfield. And this guy, what's his name, Dylan Gabriel, like you said, he can throw every pass on the route tree, just air it out. So not knowing, having that question mark, or are our defensive players that we count on going to play this game and their offensive capabilities, dog, I don't see us. We're not going to be able to score with them, and I don't see us stopping.
Bruh, and I'm trying to figure out what you were just talking about. Like, why? And Keen, I don't know if you people, but it's like the beginning of a series, and it's like Mason Graham's out. It's like, why you tired, bro? Like they just came back. They ran like they got 2 first downs or whatever. And then we punt or something, and it's like, yo, they done had enough time. You got 2 first downs. The offense got 2 first downs and punted and a commercial break, and they come out and Mason Graham on the sideline. Like, bro, is
Where
he
you at?
resting still? Like, that's more than, and it ain't just him. It'd be like other people too. So it's like,
Yeah.
Grant,
that,
he was
that
he
just a
was talking about his
rotation.
condition. He be out.
Bruh, it seems like it's just a rotation at that point. But I'm like, why would we ever rotate him out in a game like that when it's in tow?
Yeah, I don't the subbing is crazy too. And I would think, like, you know what I'm saying, number one team in the nation coming to Michigan, that our guys will be like are gonna be out there, you know, you would hope, you know what I'm saying, because of the situation that it is. Hopefully Will Johnson does come back. Whatever we do, get Zeke Berry out of coverage, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever we do, get him out of coverage. Um, like I said, hope Will Johnson does come back, but I mean, it is kind of frustrating. It's a rivalry game. Our season is shit, and you see like our main guys aren't in sometimes. So I feel the sentiment y'all got. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like I said, number one team, we can do something and have all our guys in at the same time and try and make this thing not a fucking blowout. I don't know, man. I can't
Y'all
call this
sounding
one.
real old school, expecting players to play every down.
Red is 15.
I don't need every down, but I mean,
The crucial ones, the
I'm
one
just,
it
I'm
was some new
saying
numbers out there.
I get it. If you like, all right, they on their 3rd first down of the series, like,
no,
okay, coach,
I got
but damn, after her timeout, after you,
you. Don't never know when they gonna play.
and every time they be out, it'd be like some bull happen. You know, it's like, and then they throw them right back in there. I'm like, bro,
Bro,
so
against Oregon, that time you're out could be 6.
could be
And,
six
and you're
quick.
resting until the offense goes 3 and out. You know what I'm
Could be
saying?
could be six. That's why I think it just has to be a rotation. Like, all right, it ain't because we know you're not tired. It's more of a rotation.
And maybe that could be affecting the players. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, a lot of my problems with Wink is hubris. Like, he just think, you know what I'm saying, he know everything. And maybe a rotation ain't good for a player like Mason Graham. You know what I'm saying? He need to get out in there every play and have them hit. You know what I'm saying? I understand if he's tired, take him out, but I don't know, just something I was thinking about when we're thinking about like a rotation like that. It's just like, I don't know.
I want
I
to be
would
a fly on the wall in the locker
I
room
would
because
much rather be an every down player than a rotation player.
I want to know like the sentiment towards the coaches, like, and how it's been handled. Because if we're saying there's a um, coaching malpractice, I want to know how the players feel. Like, you know how they got to put the front on in front of media, like, yeah, you know, team and all that stuff. But how was it? How was the locker room? Because I don't know. He just be looking always awkward to me, Sharon Moore. He always look like he don't. I don't know. It's something about him. Goofy.
That cry face is in the back of your head.
I think it is. It's stuck in my cerebellum.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't even, to be real, I didn't even look at the post game comments he made or nothing like that. Just because I
I was
wasn't, I
talking too much
mean,
shit.
I just wasn't excited. I was happy we won the rivalry game, but it's like in the big picture, I was just like, like,
Not much to the imagination.
Kept the needle right there. Didn't do it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Saved your job for one more week.
I do hope Will comes back though, because they got a couple receivers over there. I know the one dude is lightning fast. Is it Tez Johnson?
Tez Johnson. He
Yeah,
got 63 receptions. The next one got 28.
didn't receive.
Tez got 63.
63, and then the next receiver has 28 receptions.
Yeah, bro. They better. I hope Will plays. I don't know. I know they probably not saying nothing. I don't know if y'all read any updates on his status, but they rarely share what's really going on. So who knows? But man, if it's a game for him to come back, because at least remember when Texas they aired us out and we couldn't stop him. But if y'all remember, they didn't throw his way the
No,
entire
yeah.
game.
Right. Just taking away that weapon, you know what I'm saying, would be a. And does Will move? Does Will move around, or is he a one side corner?
I mean, if the receivers act like he was following Marvin Harrison
Yeah,
around,
follow
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So if you can take that one weapon away, that's huge. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean, it seems like this dude is that type of receiver where it's like you're gonna need to follow him. Do you feel comfortable with Jair Hill on him?
No, sir. And I mean, these are the type of games like I get what Will's doing, you know what I'm saying? But this is the type of game you probably need to play is because you're going against like another NFL talent. You need this film, you know what I'm saying? Because they're still going to be grading you. You ain't going to be able to just take a year off and keep your, you know what I'm saying, keep your status in the draft. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him a lot more.
Will might
So
say, I got 2 pick sixes, a couple bat downs, a fumble recovery, and I got a film from a whole season last year as a sophomore. I'm
piss
gonna
my eyes so
I'm
hot.
gonna sit my ass right here.
So 2 days
Put my
ago,
big ass chain on and
Sharon Moore said Will Johnson will not shut it down. So he's dealing with an injury and has missed 2 games. They'll never say what. Soft tissue,
hey,
soft tissue.
hey King, I don't trust Sharon Moore's word. I don't know how y'all feel. I
But
don't trust
look,
his word.
Pete, though. There's been unfounded outside speculation that Johnson might have played his last game in a Michigan uniform and start focusing on the NFL draft process.
I don't trust Sharon's word. You haven't built any cachet with me.
Yeah.
This being your first
Here's his
year, and so much malpractice has gone on.
here's his quote. Will has no plan of shutting it down or anything like that. Will, if he could go out there, he will go out there in a heartbeat, Moore said. I know that he'll be back out there at some point this season, whether it's this week, next week, or whatever it is.
But
Yeah,
you didn't
whatever
know
it is.
motherfucker, you know that, but you didn't know JJ when he was
Was leaving
staying
the
there leaving
NFL.
for motherfucking 6 months. Shut up, man.
You see, but he told on himself right then. He said, or whatever it is. Like, yeah, you don't even know. I'm like,
Right, right. So I would say if we get washed in this game,
nope.
one, I ain't even talking about him. He's
Oh, you
about
talking about
70% out the door for my liking.
We need
yep.
to see more players out.
Mason Graham, Big
Yep.
KG. Hey, coach, I appreciate you, but I'm not about to tear my ACL versus Northwestern for no reason at all. We ain't going nowhere.
You think Loveland still got to play?
No.
First rounder, straight up, or second round at least, man. Top 3.
Oh yeah. No,
First day round, first day draft.
I
I
mean,
say Loveland.
they've seen his talent. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is. If we seen your talent, and we're specialized in the NFL where we'll make your talent what we want it to be.
And we
They
know
got
you don't have a quarterback this year, so we're not going to hold
Right,
these stats against you.
right.
they got Johnson in the mock draft at number 6 overall to the Rams.
Yep, exactly.
Sounds about right
Yep.
because they don't have a
Nope.
shutdown corner and they want one.
He
Yep.
has great film this year. He can ride that film off. Like, I played 4 games, did this, that.
Go in there with his old buddy Corum. Corum gonna get his head. Corum gonna have his head right. That's a perfect situation.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Anyways, let's jump into some predictions. I know I didn't predict the score correct.
No,
I
I got you.
was pretty damn close, even
You
though I
was
think
pretty close. You was
the
21-17.
I said what?
21-17.
Right.
And it was
And
24-17. You was the
I was 10
closest though.
points off both ways.
no, I think B got it perfect, didn't he?
He got 14-7.
14. I was 10 points off both ways.
What I'm saying. So he got the
Yeah.
predicted the margin perfectly
I
with
did
7 point
7.
win.
I did 17-14. It's on me, I believe.
Oh, yes,
Was
sir.
this my
I ain't
this
gotta
my
be
second?
first, just can't be last.
That's
uh
some bullshit.
I
yeah.
watched Angels in the outfield before I made my prediction.
Hey, Josiah Stewart. Thanks, man, for strip sacking dude and us kicking the field goal. Thanks, man.
It's all worth it. It's all worth it. All right, so Oregon this week, 3:30 kickoff. Hopefully we show up, show out, be ready to play. This is, versus the number 1 team in the country. How you ain't gonna get all the way geeked up for this one is beyond me. And even if we don't win, which I don't expect to, we should be in the fight for a minute. Like, come on, man, hang a full half. Don't let it be like Texas. It was over at halftime versus Texas, period. We gave up the late turnover and they scored again unless the half was ending. Like, it was bad. So, Oregon, 3:30 in the big house. Keen, you up first. What you looking at?
Got the spread at 14.5, over under 45.5. I'm going to go. They defense. I'm going to go. Damn. It's on me, huh? I'm going to
You're trying to buy time and shit.
35-17.
All right.
Us. No, I'm just playing. I gotta be a realist. I'm gonna go 17.
I'm gonna go 30-23 Oregon. I'm gonna say we hang on this one for some dumb reason.
Well, I'm gonna be the realist because I know Davis Warren is gonna crap his pants.
Yeah.
This game shit. I'm going 34-7 Ducks. And that might be a defensive touchdown. And Campbell, you're gonna have something to do with that donut too, because you had a bye week to get ready for a squad that we should have beat, and you lost that game. So I don't have any confidence in you having your shit together versus the number one team in the nation.
Yikes.
All right.
And Sharon, if they come in and split our wig the way I'm thinking they're gonna split our wig, bro, all that crying shit is done, bro. You gotta get out of here, man.
So you okay with a loss, just not getting our ass beat?
Man, I predicting this because that's what I think, but I hopefully, you know what I'm saying, being a Michigan fan, we could do something better than what I'm thinking. Again, my biggest concern is I don't know who on our defense is going to play. And our starting quarterback situation is fucking terrible.
All right, those picks locked in, no changing up. Bowie, what's popping over on X? I know that there was some talk this week after that state game that the cheese and wine was real.
It's been a lot. I've been going in on the fight. Like I said, I like the Hubakery. They just everybody's got their own opinion. Surprisingly, this was the first time I heard about what you said. They said somebody was stomping a woman, but I'm sure that was probably stateside, and I don't follow a lot of state people. But it's just funny. It's a lot of little brother, you know what I'm saying? This is what they do, these thugs. And I call us some hood hooligans a couple times, you know what I mean? But the Michigan Man Cave podcast on Twitter, follow us, let us know what y'all think about these games, what y'all think about our performance. We love to hear from y'all. Our fan interaction is what we like to do. And interact with, you know what I'm saying, all type of different type of Michigan fans. So Michigan Man Cave podcast on the X. You can say whatever you want, because I do.
Keen, what's popping over there on Instagram?
Restricted access to say certain things, but we still keep it funky over here. At the Michigan Man Cave podcast on Instagram.
Did we get a ban?
No.
I'm still banned.
I don't get us banned. If anything, I'll go to my page. Yeah, he got.
That's why I ain't been on it.
He couldn't join. He couldn't join the lives because he was banned.
Until I get my status back, I'm boycotting.
But it's the same sentiment over here. Just, you know what I'm saying? Jab, poke, little brother. Hey, man, y'all got to do this little bullshit at the end. Coulson Loveland headbutted him. And, it goes on and on. But yeah, man, at the Michigan Man Cave podcast on IG. So.
Yes, sir. We ain't got nothing else for the greater good. Killer Kale, take us up out of here. And Lord, please pray for us this weekend.
We're going to go to church and we're going to pray.
Blue. Take the wheel.
Let's shock the world, baby. Let's get our mojo back. We'll catch y'all next week.
Go Blue.
Yeah.